Hey guys, I'm back. I'm sorry I haven't been posting any videos in a long time now, and just yeah, life got in the way. And I actually switched the medium that I work in now. So if you've noticed that before I used to use a lot of watercolor, and now I switched to pastels, and so yes, that's a new thing that's happening now. And I wanted to say thank you so much for all the subscribers. I didn't expect to have such a boom on my channel. And in this video, I wanted to show you one new thing that I did. It's actually, I think it's my third painting that I did in pastels. So I will show you how I painted Venice in pastel pencils. It's actually very crappy paper that I used, but the painting came along nicely, and I did it as a challenge in one of the art groups that I'm in, Lacry Art Group. If you haven't checked out Lisa Lacry, she has a very cool YouTube channel as well, and I will see you now as I will talk you through my little tutorial. So, this painting, I did it with Carbothello pencils, and I used also soft pastels for the sky. You will see the sky in the end. I will put the whole painting at the end of the video. And as you see, I started on the top. I did it the previous day, so I didn't film that. But this whole thing, it took me, I think, a couple of days of work in total, a couple of hours a day. So what I did is I first blocked in the dark parts with dark gray, kind of bluish gray, and over the top I will go with my black, and in the lighter parts I blocked them in with cream color, so then I could go over them with a warm gray pencil. So I've noticed that this paper that I'm using is Rembrandt paper. It's very similar to Canson Mid-Tons, I hope I pronounced that right, and what I'm using on it is a color shaper. You don't have to buy the very expensive color shapers. I bought one that cost a couple of pounds, and it was like a tiny color shaper that started actually breaking. It had a crack in it by the end of the second painting that I did in pastels. But I found out that if you buy the ones from eBay that come from China, they do take a long time to arrive, but they actually come and they are very good. So this one I actually got from one of the art shops, the local art shops where my parents live. So don't go wasting your money on the expensive color shapers. You can deal with the cheaper ones, so they're as good. Just depends on the softness of the color shaper. You can buy different ones. So yeah, back to the church that I'm painting. I wanted to give a feel, oh, that's my dog walking, sorry for the noise. I wanted to give a feel that it's lit up by this yellowish, like warmish kind of light. And also in the reference photo, I found it, by the way, on Morgue Files. It's one of the websites that you can use to find royalty-free photos. And Coco, and sorry, again, my dog. And basically what I wanted to do is to give a feel to the church that it's kind of in this glow. And the first thing that I do is I'm blocking in the lighter parts with my white or the cream pencil. It depends on which part of the painting I'm working on, because the further I go away from light, because the right side of the church is darker, as you can see already on the top of the church itself, it's a lot darker, but still I put the underlayer on this paper, a lighter underlayer, because otherwise I risk of going too dark immediately. So if it is too dark, I can still use an eraser and lift it out. But anyway, this is my third painting. Yes, I think this is my third painting in total in pastels. And I learned a lot. I'm still learning how to use them properly. And also, what I wanted to say, with pastels, one tip that I actually learned from this, with pastels, you need to start to block in your lights, the lightest lights. Don't leave them for the very end, because you are risking of not having a very bright light in the places that you need them. So as you've seen, I pressed very hard on the lanterns just to make sure that I have that white light there. Because on this paper, unlike on pastel matte, because now I'm using pastel matte for my paintings and I like it a lot more, I would never have used this paper if I would have known any better. But pastel matte, of course, is a lot more expensive than this pastel paper like Counts on Mitans or Rembrandt paper or Ingress paper. Speaking of which, I found out that I hate Ingress paper. I really, really don't like it. It's just horrible. The texture of it, the feel of it. I have a lot of it left at home, but I don't think that I'm ever going to use it. So the second best would be this paper that I'm using here, the Rembrandt paper or the Canson that I mentioned. And of course, then the top two places are velour and pastel matte. So as you've noticed, I used my white pencil to block in the area also around the lantern, so just to give it kind of a feel of a glow. And yes, I will leave you, I think, to watching the video. Oh, one last thing I wanted to say. Yes, I hope you are not I don't know how to say. I hope that it's okay with everyone who subscribed to my channel that I switched the mediums. I will not be posting any more videos about watercolor. So if you do want me to post more videos about watercolor pencils, then maybe you can leave me a comment and I will just create some tutorials if you really would like me to. But if not, I'm going to be continuing to post stuff about pastels. Also, in the future, I wanted to make a video about my art progress since I was little. I found some photos of my, not photos, I found some artwork that I had when I was still in art school, so stay tuned for that one. I will be posting it later this week, I think. And yes, happy watching, thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!